Dreams can make you cry, dreams can make you laugh, dreams can hurt or heal. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Frustrating Tales video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I haven't really done anything like this before. I did one time, probably about a year ago, I did something kind of similar to this, but I'm just going to be doing a podcast style video. So instead of a video where I do something, I'm just gonna kind of talk while you guys watch some gameplay on the screen, so you guys can just listen to this video while you do homework or I don't know, clean your room or whatever people usually do when they're listening to podcasts. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be doing some Frustrating Tales, like working on leveling up my pets while I just kind of talk. The main reason why I wanted to do this video is because I've actually got some bigger projects that I'm working on right now that I didn't really have time to film a full video. So this video is going to be pretty easy to edit and stuff. I'm not really gonna have to worry too much about editing, which is one thing nice about doing videos in this style, is it's a lot easier. So yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about the new Shetland ponies, as well as some of the recent updates and some of the updates that are gonna be coming soon, or that have been spoilered, I don't know what the right terminology is, spoiled, some updates that are going to be coming soon. I figured I would just talk about them. I think the first update that we should talk about, or the first thing that we should talk about, is the Shetland ponies, because they are a pretty major update. They are pretty important in the game. Obviously, they're ponies, so that's probably the first thing that I'm going to talk about, is just my opinions on the Shetland ponies. Why can I not tame this horse? All day today, it hasn't been letting me tame horses. It's very weird. Anyway, starting out, I think Shetland ponies was an interesting idea to add into the game. I wasn't expecting them to add Shetland ponies as a rideable breed, and the main reason because of that is because Shetland ponies are not usually rideable horses. They're not what people usually ride in real life as far as horses go. I mean, kids will ride them and stuff, but as far as adults go, they don't ride them because they're too small to ride, you know, a tiny little Shetland pony. Which I think is kind of interesting that they added them into the game when they are such a small pony. Our character, you know, if our character was like the average size and weight of a young adult, or like a 17-year-old to like 20 something, then our character is probably too big to ride a Shetland pony, which I just think is kind of weird that they would have added them in. Maybe they could have added a different kind of pony. I don't know. I don't really know much about ponies, but I do know that Shetland ponies are very small in real life. I don't know how many ponies there are that are big enough for adults to ride, but that's okay. You know, I guess whatever works. It's really not that big of a deal. Obviously, Frustrating Tales can't control sizes of horses in real life. It's just not really how it works. I feel like maybe they could have added like a different kind of pony that is a little bigger, but again, I don't know too much about ponies, so I just know that Shetland ponies are very small. Moving on from the topic of how big Shetland ponies are, I kind of wanted to talk about the actual animations of the Shetland ponies and what they look like, because they look very interesting. I don't know, I am on the fence about whether or not I like them. I can't figure out if I like Shetland ponies or if I don't like the Shetland ponies. I think what's interesting is just how small they are. Our character looks really big on them, and it just looks very strange. In general, it's just a very strange look. It's very weird in my opinion. I do like their basic animations, like how they walk, how they run, all that stuff, I think that's fine. I mean, they're just the same animations as every other horse in the game, just smaller. I do think one thing that needs to be improved on, or could be improved on, is the mounting and dismounting animations. Because when you dismount or mount one of the Shetland ponies, you go into the ground. If you are watching the video on the screen, then you can see me showing you that. But when you mount or dismount them, you go knee down into the ground, and I think it's very weird. I think maybe Shetland ponies would have been better just as a pet, or as, you know, a horse that you can lead around, not necessarily as a rideable horse, but I guess that's just not the direction that they wanted to go in it. I think it's interesting that the Shetland ponies have their own unique hairstyle. If you haven't noticed, most horses in the game have the same default hairstyle, but the Shetland ponies don't have that. They have the default hairstyle on one side, but on the other side they actually have a custom hairstyle, which I think is very interesting, especially since the default hairstyle is still animated like the default hairstyle. It moves when you run, but the new hairstyle is not animated like that, so it just feels a little off, because one side of the hair is animated to move and one side isn't. It just doesn't match up super well, but maybe that's just me being super picky. I don't know. I don't know what I think of that. Other than that, I like all the Shetland pony animations. I'm not super sure about the colors. The colors are okay. I don't really absolutely love the colors, but I don't dislike them either. I think it would have been cool if we were to get like a dapple color or something, instead of just some pretty basic colors that we did get. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about the Shetland ponies. Obviously, there has been a lot more updates than just the Shetland ponies that have come out. I know it's been a while, but I really love the winter horses they came out for the winter update. I think the graphics on those horses were just absolutely stunning, which made the Shetland ponies a little disappointing when they came out. They didn't have the same stunning graphics style that the winter horses did, and even some of the mythical horses still don't have that graphic style, but they are really pretty. I do really like the mythical horses. I think they are very pretty and very stunning. One issue I do have with the mythical horses, though, is they are very hard to obtain. I have gotten chests pretty much every week in the adventure chest, and I haven't gotten one of these mythical horses yet. And I'm not in a club, so I can't get mythical horses from there either. And when they are sold by Rhoda, I don't even know what her name is, but I think her name's Rhoda. I always call her Rhonda, but I'm pretty sure that's not her name. When Rhoda does sell them, they are very expensive, which I feel like maybe they are too expensive. I think it would be better if maybe they were, if there was an option to buy just the horse and have it not come with a pet, because it might be significantly cheaper if that was the case. Whereas, for example, this horse is really expensive, but maybe if you didn't get the pet, it would be affordable. Just a little thought. I really like the new clothes and stuff they've added as well, like the new hairstyles and the new clothes. I really appreciate those. The new hairstyles are animated absolutely beautifully. When you're running or whatever, you know, the hairstyle looks really good. Altogether, I think, my gosh, I keep doing that on accident. I think the hairstyles are animated really well. They fit nicely under all of the hats and helmets and things, and you can actually, like, when you put a certain type of hat on, the hair will change a little bit to fit better underneath the hat. So I think that's a really cool addition that they added. If you're watching the screen, I can probably give you a little example of what I mean. If you look closely, you can see that the hair changes a little bit when I put the hat on to make sure that it fits, and I really appreciate that. I think it's a really nice touch. What other updates have happened recently? I guess there's the gifting update, but you guys already know my opinion on that, so I don't think I'm going to go too in depth on that. One thing that was a pretty awesome update that happened recently is the name changing. I love that you don't need to randomize your name anymore. You can choose a name that you actually want and that you actually like, instead of just pushing randomize until you get something that you kind of like. I personally am not going to be changing my name just because no one would know who I was anymore. I think even if I like some of the other names better, I'm not going to change it because then no one would really know who I was anymore. And I'm sure everyone that watches my channel will be very confused. So it'd just be kind of difficult for that in that matter. I think it's cool that they added a color wheel to change your name color. I really appreciate that. I changed my color to, guess what, purple, I'm super predictable in that matter, but I really like that, the name color change, and I've noticed that pretty much everyone around the game has changed their name color. There's not many people that still have like weird colors. Everyone has a color that they actually enjoy, and I think that's really cool. Okay, what else is there to talk about? What are some other recent updates? I haven't really been filming update videos very often because usually the updates are very small and unexpected, and it's just hard to fit that into my video schedule. Like if they update the game on Thursday, I either post on Wednesdays or on Saturdays, and Thursday is a very awkward day. Sometimes I'll make like a short video on it, but usually the content that they put in the updates isn't really worth a full video anyway. It's just not. So I haven't really been doing that super recently, as far as the update videos go. I actually have a really cool video coming out next week though, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. It's actually a music video. And then hopefully the week after next week, I'm either gonna take a break for a week or I'm going to film the first episode in a new horse riding tale series I'm going to be coming out with. But I don't know, it just kind of depends how long that episode takes. I might end up taking next week off and not posting a video next week, but we'll see. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet on that. What is something else that I could talk about? I think something that Horse Riding Tales should add that they still have not added for some reason is more quests or a bigger area, because I can run from one side of this entire land to the other side of the entire land within like 2 minutes, probably less. I don't know, I've never timed it, but it certainly doesn't take very long. I could run from the furthest corner, like from 2 corners, the furthest corners apart, and it would probably only take me about 2 minutes, maybe less, which is kind of annoying. I wish that the map was bigger, there was more places to explore, and I think something really cool, a really cool addition to the game would be a huge forested area. Maybe we had one simple trail going through, and that trail led to another arena where we could have more quests and stuff. And then on each side of the trail is a huge forest, and the forest is encased in mountains, so there's mountains surrounding this forested area. And then in the forest, maybe there's like a river, but it's basically just a really big forest. If you've been to my island on Horse Riding Tales, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Secret Forest or the Secret something or another. If you search up my Horse Riding Tales name, you should be able to find it. But it's really big, and it's a really big forested area. I wish they would add something similar to that into the game. If you actually go to that island, it is a secret forest on that island, so you do have to try to find it. There's a secret entrance to get to the forest. You have to go through the entire house, and then in the back of the house on the island there is a staircase. The staircase leads up to a room, and then in the room there are a series of staircases that go down underground, and then there's a tunnel that leads out into a forest. It's pretty cool. I really suggest you check it out. It took me a long time to make, but that isn't really relevant. So yeah, that is definitely something I think would be fun to see in the game. Why am I not moving? I should move around. Okay. Oh, I should catch this horse. Okay. I think a forested area would be really fun to see in the game. Yeah, I think that would be something that would be very interesting. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about before that. Oh, I think another thing that could be added is new pet quests. It's been a while since we've gotten pet stuff. I have not finished my pet quests yet, but I'm about to, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm done with that. I guess I'll just, I don't know, do something else, but it just feels like we're running out of things to do in the game. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's adventure games and things, but I'm not the biggest fan of adventure games. They're okay, but it just feels like there's no point. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think it'd be awesome to get some more quests or new tameable horses in a new area, and that's kind of more of the type of thing that I like is quests and areas and things like that. Moving on from what updates I would like to see, there are actually some Instagram spoilers that Horse Trading Tales has released Foxy Ventures on their Instagram page. If you're not following them on Instagram, feel free to go follow them on Instagram. They usually release a spoiler or something every week. I haven't figured out what their upload schedule is, but I think it might be every Friday. But at the same time, it doesn't seem to be every Friday. It's very random when they decide to post something. But I think I'm gonna go over a few things that they've released. If you haven't seen the spoilers yet, I'm not going to be putting them on the screen, unfortunately, because I don't have Instagram on my phone, so I can't actually screenshot things to stick a picture on the screen. But I will describe what they look like. Oops. Okay. I will be describing what they look like. So the first thing that they released a little while back, my Instagram thing says 5 weeks ago, is new skin tones. So the picture is, okay, let me count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 different skin tones on this picture. The lightest one being the one that we have now. And then there's a bunch of other ones in various different colors. And I think that I'm really excited for those, and I think a lot of other people are too. The description says, "Hope you've all had a fabulous start to the new year. We have an exciting announcement. Coming in 2022 are new free skin tones for your character. This has been highly requested, and we want to make sure that everyone is represented in-game. The options that you see above will be completely free for everyone." So, yeah, I'm glad that they're finally adding that into the game. It shouldn't have taken so long, honestly. It shouldn't have taken years to get added into the game, but, at least it's in the game now, so that's good. And then the next thing, the next spoiler was just some new horses that we already got in the game. It's like the Atlantis horse or whatever. And then there's also a spoiler of the fire horse, I think. I don't know, I never saw that one. I didn't know they actually released anything on that. Okay, here's a pretty good one. It is new hairstyles. These hairstyles are really, really long if you look at the picture. It's like they go down the character's back all the way to like halfway down the back. And it is a braided hairstyle in a couple different colors. I really like these. I'm excited to see them in the game. So that's kind of cool. They did actually put a typo in their Instagram post. I'm just noticing that, but that's irrelevant to this video. Anyway, I think that's really cool, and I think they're all really pretty too. I'm really excited to see those. I'm sure they're going to be really expensive, which I will talk about prices in Horse Rentals in a little bit here, because I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about that. And then there's some more. Oh, these haven't been released yet. They're like horses. They're fancy horses. The more mythical horses, they're Arabians. And then there's another hairstyle. It is the same hairstyle mold that I'm wearing right now, except it is purple, and it has like a braid in the back, and then it has like a moon on it. It's really pretty, honestly. So my recorder actually stopped recording a couple minutes ago. So I think I'm going to end this video pretty shortly, but there is one last thing that I want to talk about quick, which is the prices inflating for stuff. Because I've seen a lot of people talking about, all the new hairstyles are so expensive. They're all like 150 gems to 200 gems, whereas the old hairstyles were really, really cheap. They're only like 40 gems. And yeah, I definitely see where people are getting this issue from, but I think something that especially newer players are overlooking is that gems used to be very difficult to get. The only two ways you could get gems was from the daily login and then from doing the daily quests. And the daily quests had and still do have a very small percentage of getting gems. So if you did your daily quests every single day, you would probably get 5 gems a week, maybe, because of the small percentage. Probably less than that, actually. I don't know. I haven't done the math, but probably. And you would also get a lot less gems from the daily login. You actually only got, I think, 100 gems every month. You would get 60 gems. So it would be a week without getting anything, and then you would get 40 gems a week without getting anything, and then you would get 60 gems. So you got 100 gems every month. And another thing about this is if you missed even one day, you wouldn't get that reward. Whereas now, if you miss a day, you just get the reward the next day. But it used to be if you missed a day, you didn't get that reward. There was no way to get it back. So if you accidentally missed the day in which you got gems, so sad, too bad, so sad, I think is the saying. You don't get it. That's just how it was. So you would only get 120 gems, maybe, probably not even that much, but 120 gems every single month if you were to do all of the daily quests and log in every single day. That's approximately how many gems you would get. You wouldn't get very many. So obviously prices were a lot lower, but now that it's easier and easier to get gems, prices are increasing, which makes sense. That's just kind of how inflation works. So now that they've added more ways to get gems, you can get them from champions chests, you can get them from club chests, you can get them from adventure chests, you can get them from the 4-hour, 10-minute chests, and it's easier to get them in the daily login. You can get gems in a lot more places now. So obviously the prices are going to increase. I think that's just one thing that especially newer players overlook. Older players that have been playing for a while are like, wow, these are expensive. And then you realize that gems are a lot easier to get than they used to be. So I think that's just one thing that some people tend to overlook. That person running past, it just reminded me that pet accessories exist. I always forget about the pet accessories. I wonder if maybe I should buy one. I should buy one in my next shopping spree. I always forget that pet accessories exist. I always wanted to buy one and then I never did. Anyway, guys, I think I should probably end this video. I have about 25 to half an hour worth of footage, and I do need to edit and upload it within the next hour because I'm filming this video on Wednesday and it's supposed to be uploaded very shortly, so I should probably go and do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this podcast style of video, make sure to let me know and maybe I can make more. I don't know if you guys like videos like this. If you don't, then let me know and I will not make any more videos like this. So if you like these videos, let me know. If you don't like these videos, let me know and I will use that information to decide whether or not I should make more of them. Anyway, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone!